Hey guys, it is Friday, July 25th, 2025, and I'm back with some free VST plugins to help you with your musical adventures and endeavors. 100% free plugins, guys. Not free for a limited time, not free if you bought something, not free for the first 100 downloads, just 100% free. All right, guys, I think this is gonna be it for the month of July, the last free VST plugins live stream for July. So let's jump right into it. The free VST plugins for today are as follows. So first up, we have from KiloHearts, they have a flanger, the KHS, short for KiloHearts. Flanger. Next up, we have Dual Cut from Outobugi. It is a filter, and I'm going to explain why I love this filter so much. Next up, we have Termos, again from Outobugi. This one is a saturation plugin. It can do dirty, it can do warm, so basically tube or tape. Next up, from Outobugi, once again, we have Clamp, which is a clipper. And then last but not least, we have from Yuhi, Triple Cheese. Yesterday we looked at Tyrell N6 from Yuhi. Today we'll be looking at Triple Cheese. So let's look at the developer's site real quick. Download page for Triple Cheese. So we have the big download button right here for Windows, and then right here it says available, also available Mac, Linux, and then they have all the basic information about the plugin, the synth. Next up, let's go. Well, let's do it like this because the page has everything on it. So right here, I put a site link. Click that. It's gonna go to the page called Projects on the Outobugi website. And as you scroll down, you'll see all these free plugins they have. So they have a decent amount, and we're gonna be looking at a couple of them today. So Clamp is right here. You just click this download button and it'll start the download immediately right from there. And we have Termos right here. Same deal. Download button is right there. And Dual Cut. Download button right here. They have some other plugins, you can check them out. Toner, Dynastor is a good one to have. Extend, this is dealing with stereo widening, stereo correlation. Wave is a modulator, pan and volume modulator, so it'll make your sound wobble and wavy. Dynastia is basically another OTT iteration. It's a multi-band dynamics compressor with some other cool features. They have Refire, which I might use some of these other ones next week, but that's enough of that. And today we're going to be looking at flanger from KiloHearts. Yesterday we looked at something else. Was it a phaser or something like that? I don't remember. But we looked at something else. It was either chorus or phaser or something like that. But today we're looking at the flanger, and like I said yesterday, with the KiloHearts stuff, it comes in a bundle, a free bundle. So if you click here, or if you go to download, one or the other, it's gonna take you to sign up for a free account if you don't have one. And ultimately, you're gonna get to this page where you can download the KiloHearts plugin installer, available for Windows and Mac. And from the plugin installer, then you can install the plugins. You can choose to install one or two, or you can download and install the entire free bundle. They have paid stuff there, you can check that out also. But we're mainly talking about that free bundle. The free bundle comes with over 30 plugins. Let me see if I can see the information here. Nope, I'm not seeing it. I don't want to keep looking. Shop, free effects. There we go, it says 30. It says here 30 modular effects. There's also a plugin that they have called, what is that thing called? Basically, it's like it allows you to create a plugin chain. It is called Snap Heap. There it is, Snap Heap. But it allows you to create a plugin chain with all of the KiloHearts plugins. And there's modulation, macro knobs, and all that good stuff. But I digress. All right, let's jump to the DAW. And have a new arrangement. Not a new arrangement. We have the updated arrangement. So yesterday, this is what you guys heard. Let's take a listen. All right, so that's what we had for yesterday. And let's go to today's arrangement. So this is more fleshed out. I added more stuff, some voxes here. I actually wrote a song to it. Of course, the lyrics of the song is out on here. But the idea is a lot more fleshed out. There's still more I have to do to it, but this is what I got to between yesterday and today. So here is the updated version. Let me make sure this audio is not gonna be clipping. We should be good there. All right, here we go. So you guys hear it, you get the point. All right, let's see, what are we gonna look at first? This flanger, it's on this channel here. So let's go with this section here. So this sound, I have panned to one side, and I think I did address this yesterday and say that I was gonna put some kind of modulation on there. So I went with a flanger, the KiloHearts flanger. So let me bypass it so you can hear what it sounds like without it. Let me turn it back on. So you hear the difference. I don't have the mix all the way up. I have it at 34%. Let's crank it up so you can hear it at full force. And now it's off. Turn it back on. All right, let's bring that back down to 34%, right there. So it just added the little extra that I needed to add a little bit more life, a little bit more air candy and movement to that sound. So next up, what do we have? Let's check out the Outobugi stuff. Outobugi, I should say. So I know this channel with the Vox. Definitely. So I mangled the sound with the EQ, with this pitch plugin and the formant shifting. So here I put Termos on there to just give it a bit of saturation. It's a pretty straightforward plugin interface, very intuitive. It is resizable, so I can make it really big. So we have our input, output. I drove the input a little bit and just turned up the knob in the middle here to just add saturation. There is a mix section here, and you can mess with the dynamics. That'll affect how it is interacting with your audio. But it just gave the audio a little bit of bite that I needed. And then after that, I went to clamp to dirty it up some more with clipping. This one I drove it more, the input, and then brought the ceiling down to -13. And then I adjusted the output to taste. And then set that into a reverb/delay plugin. So I just use those two to help process that Vox. Now, as far as, let's talk about that dual the dual cut. So the dual cut is basically a high pass and low pass filter all in one, which is a thing I do a lot when I'm processing certain sounds. So there was one sound in particular. Was it this one? Well, let's look at this one. So this is what it sounds like right now, but when I take off the filter, it's just way too bright for what I was going for. So let's bypass it. So this is what that sound sounded like originally. And there's a couple of other sounds where I had to do this to it because it just was too bright for my taste. So clean up the low end, clean up the top end by filtering it out. And usually I'll grab an EQ and do it, but sometimes I don't want to be bothered with a whole EQ. So just to have a filter plugin that has both high pass and low pass filters, it's something that I use a lot. And the cool thing about this one is, if you notice here, we have settings to change the dB per octave curve for both the high pass and the low pass section. So you just click here and change it. So it goes all the way down to 12 and all the way up to 60 on both sections, starting at 12, 24, 36, 48, and so on. And as you are adjusting, you should see the audio reacting here, and you'll see where you're cutting off. Plus, you have the frequency numbers here as you are moving the knobs. So pretty intuitive, straightforward, very clean, very lightweight, as they say. It is also resizable. Let's turn that back on. So you see right here, we see what frequencies are being affected and not being affected based on the high pass and the low pass that we got going on. So pretty cool dual cut filter. I use this a lot for this main feature. So that leads us right into triple cheese, because triple cheese is what's making that sound. Let's float this. This is resizable. Just right click here. Let's go to 170. Make it nice and big. So they've been updating this interface. I've talked about this before. They've been updating this interface. There are skins if you want. There is a link in the blog to download this stuff where I put the link for the skin. I'll show you guys at the end of the video. But you can change the skin to this skin if you want to. That link will show you where you could download different skins for triple cheese. Let's go back to the original. And it's a basic synth, guys. So we have oscillator 1, 2, and 3, hence the name triple cheese. And then you have envelopes, LFO. There are a couple of basic effects, like there is delay here. So you can do all the basic modulations that you need to do. But the main thing that makes this plugin so great also, the fact that it's free, of course, and right here we can open up presets. And like I said, with PreRoll N6 yesterday from the same developer, Yuhi, they started really organizing the plugin list here with categories and subcategories. So it makes it a little bit more intuitive to be able to go through. So you have these categories here, and all the different presets show up over here. And they usually have a pretty decent amount. I don't remember how many presets this has, but there are 4 of their main free plugins. I talked about Tyro N6 yesterday. Today we're looking at Triple Cheese. Next week I might be looking at the others. There's Podolsky and another one. Give me a second. Let's look at it real quick. Right here. So Triple Cheese download link. All right, so if we go to products, click on this little triangle up here and go all the way over here. We got Zebralet, Podolsky, Triple Cheese, and Tyrell N6. Those are definitely 100% free. And also, there is a link that I put. Where did I put it? Well, you know what? The link is in the description. It'll be right under the main link, and it says Yuhi Skins. So you guys could click on that link, and it'll take you to a page where you just look for the skins for those 4 plugins that I just showed. Podolsky, Triple Cheese, Tyrell N6, and the other one that I can't remember right now. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. I have Triple Cheese doing this sound. Then there is another pluck that it's also doing, I think. Yeah, Triple Cheese here doing this pluck. Let's get this out of the way. Doing like an ARP pluck thing here. So once again, a different instance of Triple Cheese, different preset that I had going. For the arrangement, and then in the chorus section, we have a couple of sounds going. Where is it? There's a lead sound, Triple Cheese. And see, usually, well, this one, I was just rolling off the low end. So I just use default EQ. But this is Triple Cheese doing this sound. So that's pretty much it for the video, guys. Check the link in the description. It'll take you to that blog page, and that blog page contains all the links that you need to get to the various things that we just looked at. Also, there's a link in the description to take you to that page for the skins for those Yuhi synths if you want to check out some different skins, a decent amount of skins there. So definitely check out those links, check out those plugins, download them, add them to your arsenal, and have fun with them. They are free, 100% free. All right, guys, there's also a link in the description for my series on PC specs and how it relates to music production. So if you're looking to understand how your computer and its internal parts works along with your DAW to help power that DAW to give you a smooth experience, that series will help you understand how that all works. So if you're having issues with your setup where your DAW might be running low on power and it starts to stutter and you're getting a lot of clicks and pops, it's hanging up for a while, getting stuck, it's freezing, it's crashing, that series will help you understand why that's happening and what might be lacking in your system that's causing these issues. So definitely check out that series so you can have a better understanding how the whole thing works, so you can keep your system up to date and fully powered to support your workflow and your workload depending on what it is you do in music production. So definitely check out that series. Also, there is a growing playlist, a link for a growing playlist for these videos that I do multiple times a week. So if you're looking for more free VST plugins, definitely check out that growing playlist. It'll take you to a list of videos, over 400 videos, presenting you guys with more free VST plugins, 100% free. And finally, there is a link in the description for my video series that I started this year titled 52 Weeks of Reaper, where every week for 52 weeks, I'll be releasing a new video on Saturdays focusing on a key feature in Reaper. Today is now Saturday, early in the morning, so later today there'll be another video releasing, I think it's week 30 we're up to, focusing on key features in Reaper. So definitely check out that series. I'm having a lot of fun putting it together. It's helping me get even deeper into my DAW that I've been using for 5 years now, diligently. Reaper, the digital audio workstation called Reaper. So definitely check that out if you're interested in that DAW, or you're interested in checking out another DAW, you're looking to switch, or you're looking to add more knowledge towards another DAW. Definitely check that out. It's a very flexible program, very feature rich, very amazing. So definitely check that video series out. It'll give you some insight on that piece of software. All right, guys, that's it for the week, and that's it for the month. Check back next week, most likely next Thursday, for the next live stream where I'll be presenting you guys with free VST plugins, 100% free, to help you with your musical adventures and endeavors. All right, guys, until next time, you will see me in the next video.